Hi everyone, it's Adrian again. We're working on homework module 10. This section is called work and we're working on problem 10.70. Doing work on work. Awesome. Okay, so we're given that humans can produce an output power as great as 20 watts per kilogram during extreme exercise. Sloths themselves are not as energetic, and so we need to figure out that power, that output power, given the information here. So we have 4 kilograms. The sloth is climbing a height of 6 meters in 2 minutes, okay? First thing I want to say is that power itself has units of joules per second, right? It's an energy per unit time, which we also call watts. Okay, this problem is asking for the specific power. So the specific power, which they write as just SP, is equal to watts divided by mass. So we're going to have to figure out the output power of the sloth first, and then divide out its mass, and that's basically what we're being asked for. All right, so we know that to figure out the energy, we could figure out the work done by the sloth. So that's work is F times delta R, where delta R is a displacement. In this case, the sloth is working against the force of gravity. So I'm going to write mg, this is the force of gravity, and then multiplied by the vertical displacement, delta y. So work would be equal to mg delta y. Okay, what's the mass of the sloth? That is 4 kilograms times 9.81 meters per second squared. You multiply by the vertical displacement, which we're given as 6.0 meters. Let me calculate that very quick. Okay, we have 4 times 9.81 times 6.0. That gives me 235 joules of work. So as the sloth climbs the tree, he's doing work against gravity, and that work is 235 joules. Okay, so now let's calculate the power. The power is simply the work done divided by a certain amount of time. So we have 235 joules divided by the time that we're given is 2 minutes. So 2 minutes would have to be 120 seconds. Okay, so we take our previous answer divided by 120 seconds. We get a power output of 1.962 joules per second. Or instead, you could write it as 1.962 watts. Finally, the specific power, SP, is just our power divided by the mass. Any specific quantity, it's just that quantity itself divided by mass. So we take our 1.962 watts, we divide out 4 kilograms, and that gives us a specific power of 0.491 watts per kilogram. And that is our final answer. All right, everyone, I hope this makes sense. Feel free to message me if it doesn't, and I will see you guys in the next video.